It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?"
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ali Midawi live with you in a brand new installment of our Yup Daily. And today, oh my goodness, I'm starting this week strong. We're going to talk about everything that is stopping you from closing a business deal this week. I'm talking about objections. I'm talking about how to close. I'm talking how to educate versus how to close, and so much more. But let me go ahead and say good morning to some of my amazing people, or good afternoon or good evening even. Good morning, New York. What's going on, Angeline? Hey, Stina from Stockholm, Sweden. Dangira, what's going on, Rockstar? Hey, Betty Andrews from North Carolina. Debbie Snyder, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Joanne from PA. Talia, what's going on? Naveen is in the house. I know, I fixed the hair, right? Now, I am really, really excited to see each and every one of you this morning because we've been working relentlessly day and night to create a whole lot of excitement, a whole lot of systems, if you will, in order for you to create the results that you want to have, right? We talk about the add tag message method. We talk about simplifying it. We talked about the humility that it's not about me creating results for me, but it's about me creating results for my team. And ultimately, that naturally creates duplication. So it is extremely important for you and I to maintain that mindset, right? So one of the things that you're going to have to learn eventually as your team is growing is the idea of closing business. Now, it doesn't matter how hard you worked if it's not translated into a closed transaction. It was good. It was still you learning, not necessarily you building a business, right? Because as my son and I always say, you don't lose, you either win or you learn. So maybe you're still in your learning process. As a matter of fact, Takoya Carlton and I are accountability partners, and we had this conversation this morning. So let's talk about the idea of closing. So this part, by the way, is where most people are overwhelmed. Stay away from anything that has to do with sales. How many of you struggle with closing? Let me know in the comment. Anybody in here struggles with the idea of closing business, or talking to a prospect and closing a transaction? And I ask not to create a pessimistic energy, but I just want to make sure that I'm speaking to the right audience. If you don't, congratulations. I'm going to show you, though, how to simplify it so your team can learn to do the same exact thing. So you're not working like day and night just to work day and night again without having any measurable results. So let's talk about it. And so a few things that I'm going to work with you on. And yes, I did prepare for you today. Closing is not about using a technique or a strategy or twisting somebody's arm or making them feel bad or making them feel guilty or telling them why your company is better than theirs. That is the amateur's way of thinking what closing is. Closing is to just simply educate the individual on the solutions that you provide and try to find a match for the problems they have to the solution that you provide. In other words, whenever I'm putting a conversation with someone to chat about business, I don't automatically go for, okay, well, let's talk about the package that will be appropriate for you. That is the wrong way of going about it. What I do, however, I was going to say what I do. I was going to hit you with the do. What I do, however, is I ask the individual, so tell me a little bit about your day-to-day operations. And I'll let the individual share with me what they're doing. Most of the time, that person is going to brag without realizing they are bragging. Oh, yeah, I'm part of an incredible company. We have the best product. No one in the market has it. Everyone is practically purchasing it, yada, yada, yada. Now, these are good things, right? You're thinking to yourself, how am I going to get him or her to say, I want to be part of your company? And then I usually follow up, man, that's phenomenal. Congratulations. Affirm, congratulate, give them the love they deserve, because that's what that individual is looking for. And then you ask, what's the next milestone? What are you trying to achieve for yourself? What are the next things health-wise, financially, happiness, work, career, whatever it may be that you two are talking about? And just ask, what are you trying to achieve as your next milestone? Now, that individual is going to tell you, thank you, Talia. Here, that's just for you. Bam, bam. When I get complimented on my hair, it's like the ultimate distraction. So stop, because I love my hair. All right. Are you not entertained? So when it comes to asking that individual, let them brag. That's okay. Then ask, what's the next milestone that you're trying to achieve? Keyword, trying to achieve. Now, that person is going to tell you flat out, well, I'm trying to make at least $10,000 a month, or I'm trying to get out of my full-time job, or I'm trying whatever that activity that they're trying to do. That, by the way, just set you up. That is the ultimate layup. This is where you would say, that's phenomenal, but just out of curiosity, why aren't you having those results right now? Why are you trying? And then they'll give you the pain point you are looking for. Well, social media is hard. Well, my team keep on quitting. Well, people don't want to join me. Well, that well factor, that's where you document. Write down. And then you may want to ask some of these questions. What have you tried to do about these elements in order for you to achieve what you're trying to do? And you'll hear, well, I did some coaching, I bought some modules, I went to some seminars. Again, these are pain points. And how much money did you spend? Oh my goodness, I spent this, and that. And what happened? Any results from that? No, to be honest with you, I didn't. Now you went from my company's the best, everything is perfect, I am the richest man in the world, to I'm struggling, I need help, I don't have the results that I want to have. See, now that's called leverage. And that's where you would absolutely follow with. So if I could provide you right now with the solutions that you have for the issues and the struggles that you've been dealing with, would that be something that you would be open to evaluating? See, now I got you where I want you to be. Your mindset is focused on what you want, not what you thought you had. See, most people think they're very successful and very rich. I mean, the person who's making $500 a month who's never made it online before, they think they made it. The person who's making $10,000, they think that's it. That's success. I'm making $10,000 a month. The person who's making $100,000 a month thinks that's it. They made it. See, there's the Bezos in the world, the Elon Musks in the world, the Gates of the world, who to them, unless they're making billions of dollars per month, that's not success. And even to them, they just think I still have more to offer. I still have more to do. So the point is, it's not about the money. It's about what I think, right? Core values, what I think success means to me. I was, there's right now as we speak, Bob Proctor is doing a 5-day event that I was watching earlier. And he hit on one thing that is relevant, and I'll come back to my notes. I literally, like, as I prepared the whole thing, you see in the bottom, I scribbled it. I'm like, yeah, that's so powerful and good for you, because you know me, I come to prepare and provide to you. And he said, think about results. Results are different for different individuals, and the unit of measurements of the results are also different for different individuals. We all see happiness differently. To you, happiness may be in a Bentley. I can care less about it. For me, happiness is having my son, my daughter, and my wife with me 24/7, is, being there when he gets out of school, being there when I drop him off in school, being there when he's doing his homework and playing, and being for the most part, the only dad in the soccer field in the corner with him, at 4:00 in the afternoon, or, 8:00 in the morning, or whatever that may be. That right there, that's more valuable to me than my $1 billion, right? So he put 3 acronyms or 3 letters that he said: happiness, health, and wealth. That's what most people would generally identify that they're successful, right? Am I happy enough? Am I healthy enough? Am I wealthy enough? Those are the three elements or the catalysts that will sustain your version of success. Now, different people have different caps, right? Some people think 1,000 a month is life changing. Others think 1,000,000 a month is nothing. Now, why am I telling you this? Don't fall into the trap of talking about compensation plan. See, the moment you talk about compensation plan, you deviated away from what your core values, what is important to you, the solutions that you need for your own happiness, your own health, your own wealth, aka the results that you're looking for. And now I'm talking about what I want you to focus on. Oh my God, you can make $10,000 a month for just referring to people. You make this and you make that. Again, great. That's what you're excited about. That person can care less. And that's when they start thinking, I'm being sold. Here comes the commission breath. So instead of going that route and that rabbit hole, once they tell you, sure, yes, obviously add tag message. Now, I'm setting that up so you can make sure that your whole team is setting you up to win. When the add tag message takes place, please, I urge you, I ask of you, make sure that you are setting up these two things if you want to close like a boss. Here's how you do it. Number one, you want to make sure that every team member, before they connect you with their prospect, they understand that that prospect needs to at least see a 4-minute video, something about the company, about the product, something that caught their attention. Why? Because you want them to have relevant talking points. You don't want them to come to a conversation, a Zoom, a call saying, yeah, I don't know what this is all about. They just said, I got to talk to you. So what are you selling me? I mean, there is nothing more disrespectful than that. And it happens a lot. So it's not your team's fault. It's not the newbie's fault. They're new. They're scared. They're terrified. They're just excited that they got somebody that said, yes, I'll listen to you. You want to make sure that you are educating your team members from top to bottom that there needs to be an exposure, even if it's a 4-minute video. Once that exposure takes place, the second element is edification. They need to create a sense of respect and validation that this person you're about to talk to is someone that's important to me, is someone that is working with me, is someone that's helping me out and has the accolades and has the information that you need for the results that you said you needed. Again, the reason that's important is that person, if they come in the conversation, oh, here's the store manager coming to sell me the car from behind the window. Again, it creates an incredibly disrespectful, negative energy. And it doesn't matter how good I am or you are, it's not going to be a positive conversation. It's going to end up being one of those eye-rolling, why did I get on this call with you? And at times it gets, head bumping, especially if you have two alpha male or women. They bump heads. So making sure that you're doing that. Here are some of the questions that you would want to ask if you're the one who's helping someone make an educated business decision, meaning they looked at the information and now they're just coming to validate and see if truly that is the right decision for them. Number one is, hey, what did you like best about what you saw? Not what did you think? Not, wasn't this the best thing ever? Like, I get it. You're trying to push a narrative, but just ask, hey, what did you like best about what you saw? See, even if they say, I like the logo, me too. It was one of the most eye-catching thing that caught my attention from the very first time. You create an immediate connection, immediate relatability, right? The second thing you can say is, tell me more about that. Why did you like that? Whatever that thing is. If they say, oh, I love the training that you guys provide. I love the learning platform that you guys provide, right? I love the whatever it is that caught their attention. Automatically and immediately, I urge you, I ask of you, make sure that you affirm what they said. Man, that's awesome. And why is that important to you? Now, again, you're telling them, I'm focusing on what you want, not what I want you to focus on. I'm giving you the respect that you desire and deserve. Number three, on the scale from 1 to 10, this is where you start transitioning to closing. On the scale to 1 to 10, 1 being, I really just want to be a customer. 10, I really want to go all in with you guys and make an impact on this community. And wait. Now, sometimes you get the person to be like, hey, I'm like around a 2. That's good. They told you already they're thinking about a customer. There is a win there. Okay, well, great. Let's go together. Don't push. Let's go together on the website and let's just evaluate the customer side of things just to see what is the best offer for you. Again, the reason we're doing that, the person already closed themselves. They already told you I'm a customer. Why are you trying to turn them into a member or an affiliate? Just enroll them as a customer. I mean, I don't know about you, but if somebody says, I want that car, and you're like, well, let me show you this one. No, but I'm ready to pay for that car. Oh, there's a better one over here. That's, again, when you're sending the signal to that person, I don't care about what you want. I want my commission, the bigger commission. I want to recruit you. And that's the moment where that person automatically checks out and you're outselling, or you're selling them out of the deal. So making sure the 1 to 10 is not to see how lukewarm they are. So I can say, so since you are just a 2, what do I have to do to make that a 10? I know that's a thing that network marketing coaches and gurus teach. That's cool. But me personally, when I ask you 1 to 10, that's a barometer. Do you lean towards being a customer, or do you lean towards being a member? Either way, it's a win-win. If you say I'm dead center in the middle at a 5, all right, cool. So clearly you see opportunity, and clearly you see benefit in the customer packages. So let's go through them together. Let's do some critical thinking. Why is the opportunity important to you? I'm digging more into what's important to you, not what I want you to buy. And let the person lead the way. It's called let them lead the dance. See, many of you have, hopefully, you've gotten to see how I interview people, right? There's a reason or a way that I interview people all the time. And the reason that is because I personally believe that you, the interviewee, leads the dance. I, the interviewer, is dancing along with you. See, when somebody tells me something like, I love network marketing, I don't say, me too, and here's why. That's me being the interviewee. What I say is, why is network marketing important to you? And you say, oh, I love helping people and I love the impact that it has on the community. That's awesome. Tell me about some of the people you've helped and what kind of impact you've given them. You see what I mean? I'm taking what you said and just focusing on it some more and some more and some more. Doing that is absolutely going to set you up. Now, here's the thing. If somebody says 1 customer, 10 member, you ask, well, I got to ask a question. Are you coachable? Are you coachable? Most people, even those who will lie to you, because they will say, oh, I definitely am coachable. Tell me what to do and I'll do it right away. Bingo. Good. Well, let's just go right ahead and start right now. Let's see what is the appropriate package to get you started, and we're on. See, you just told me you're coachable. So if I say, great, let's get you started right now, unless there is a budgetary issue that you have to move money or you got to talk to the spouse or whatever the case may be, I'm totally okay with that. I don't push. But you just told me you're coachable. You just told me you're leaning towards customer or towards member. You told me what you wanted. I'm just playing along with you in your own terms, in your own conditions. Now, remember, if the person who's connected you and I in the 3-way messenger or in a 3-way Zoom or in a 3-way call, that person, if they did not get the prospect to take a look at the information or set up a respectful understanding who this person is, I don't need you to hype up. Don't hype up. Don't market. Just state the facts. Here's why I love this person and what they have done for me and my business and my family. Think about that answer. Whatever that answer is, right on. Go for that. Okay? All right. So here's the thing. You are still, no matter how, like Jim Rohn says it best. He says, there's always a jerk, no matter how perfect the world is. There's always that one person. You're going to have that one person who's going to try to test you, who's going to try to really poke at you, who's going to try to say those trigger words. Well, you know, I've never been in a pyramid scheme before. Now, here's the thing. That's their ignorance that's speaking out loud. That's not your intelligence that's being challenged. So, makes sense. I don't even entertain it. Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of scams in the past. Yeah, me too. But let's talk about what's important to you here today. So let's go back to that 1 to 10. Where do you see yourself stand so I can dive really and see what's important to you with that? It's called treat irrelevance with irrelevance. I don't have to sit here and tell you why I'm not a criminal. Like if somebody has to prove themselves why they're not criminals, you should probably question, why are you trying so hard to convince me that you're not a scam artist? All right. So make sure that you don't take it personal. They don't know what they are doing. They're evaluating you. Sometimes they're just testing you to see if you are really as nice as you pretend to be, or you're just going to turn ugly on me and start insulting me. For real, for real. All right, cool. Let's go to objections. When objections come, do not get defensive. Do not start saying, well, your job is a pyramid scheme and here's why. So you have a boss and you, no. Mm-mm. No. When people say, is this a pyramid scheme? I'm like, can you explain to me what a pyramid scheme is? Just so I understand what you're referring to. Like, literally educate me, because I don't know. I don't want to deal with that. Now, between us internally in here, a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme would literally get you 640 years in jail. If you don't believe me, ask, well, he's dead. He died from renal failure in jail because they gave him life. Madoff. That's when you are exchanging transactions with no product or service. This is why there are so many crypto companies that the FTC is like, take another picture. Let's screenshot that one. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good story. Let's save that one. And they wait until the company grows and they come after them hardcore. If you don't believe me, ask USI Tech or just Google USI Tech. It was literally just people buying into crypto and there's a passive income from it. There was no product, no offer. And they claimed that it was a coaching platform. They were coaching people how to invest, but it ended up being the biggest scam. It got to $1 billion and then they swept everything. The producer or the master producer, master rep of the company, which I know the guy, unfortunately, he was making $1 million plus a month. He had to pay it all back and a lot more, all of it. So I understand when people say things like, is this a scam? Is this a pyramid scheme? I don't take it personal. They've seen and heard stuff. I've seen and heard stuff. Are you kidding me? But I ask, well, can you explain to me what you mean? Is this a pyramid scheme? Well, I had an experience. That's the truth, that they were like, I had an experience. It's like when, a date tells you, are you sure you're not like, a cheater or a player? They're not actually accusing you. They're saying, I was in a previous relationship that turned out to be really, really bad. And I really, really like you. And I like everything that you're saying. I just don't want to get hurt. And I need a little bit of validation. So that reaction that you're going to have is naturally going to show that person who you really are. So don't take it personal. Don't get mad. Don't get angry. Don't get all feisty, or none of the above. Just please, please, please make sure that you just continue a natural conversation. Hey, when you say a pyramid scheme, what do you mean? They'll tell you. I'm like, it sounds to me, this is what I say. It sounds to me like you had a bad relationship or with a company, or you had a bad experience. And I get it. Totally get it. Agree. I totally get it. Give them the affirmation. They want to make sure that we are on the same team here. And if you're pushing and shoving, you're telling me by definition, we're not on the same team. You're fighting me already and you want me to give you money? So do not take it personal. Ask them, what do you mean by that? Ask them, hey, did you have a bad experience? Because it sounds like you have. Let them tell you their issues. I totally get it. Now, here's the good news. If you would be okay with that, I would like to provide you with some documentation from the company, the history, the background. I want to even connect you with the people who were there from the very beginning. That they have a little bit more credibility than I have, right? Making sure that you are just maintaining your posture, maintaining your good attitude. Again, most people are literally going to try you and ask, well, listen, if there was a 7-day money back policy in place, would that make you a little bit more comfortable so you can just test the waters and see how it goes? It's okay. Offer that. Most, because there may be companies out there that don't, but most companies that I know of, they have a 7-day money back policy or a 7 business day, which ends up being about 10 days. The reason they do that is because they want to give the comfort to the consumer and stay off the radar of the 3-letter agencies to make sure they say, hey, we gave them 7 days to make their money back if they weren't happy. Okay. So make sure you're leveraging and using that. The secret to avoiding objections, though, and this is what most people want. The secret to avoiding objections. You ready? By following what I'm about to show you right now, you're most likely are going to minimize these objections, right? When you spend 100% of your time marketing an opportunity, marketing a compensation, bragging about how much money you're making, is the moment that you literally have zero credibility in my book. And most people feel that way too, because you may think Oh, I'm getting the person who does not know anything about business because I'm showing them a big number, right? And I'm talking about my fellow network marketers. We are notorious for bragging about compensation. Oh, look, I made 10,000. Oh, look, I'm helping people make 3,000. I get more excited about saying that I help somebody make $200 because that's more relatable. That has more credibility, right? So when you are marketing an opportunity, when you are marketing a compensation, it raises a lot of people to think this is not relatable. This is not real. This is too good to be true. Why? Do you know how many times they see ads? They see hype marketing from every other sponsor ad. Hey, do you want to know how to make $3,000 in an hour? Hi, my name is Ali, and I just made $3,000 by smiling on a picture. Click on the course below, and I'll show you exactly how in a 3-day mastermind, you click on it, you find $50,000 to join. So I ask of you is understand that your behavior is going to trigger people from reacting a specific way, okay? Making sure that when you are posting on social media, you're posting on core values, things that are meaningful, things that are current. You know, I'm blessed that I deal with business in 6 continents. I'm blessed that I deal with people that have common, relatable core values. And a lot of people change, and ultimately, you know, I am with the circle that I love, right? Just like you are. But you got to understand that in India right now, like literally, they can't even bury their dead. That's how bad it is. Like they don't even have resources to bury people. They don't even have oxygen to save people from you know, with ventilators. Like if you come in, you're just coming to die. It's bad. And here you are bragging about how life is beautiful and there's nothing wrong and all is great. And if you don't join my MLM company, you're a loser. Haha. I'm telling you, you got to understand that I live with the mindset of I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I live for me. I make my own decisions. But also with that, there's a sense of responsibility. It's not about being braggadocious. It's about truly understanding that you have the power within your spoken words to bring people together. So stop bragging, stop making little, and spend most of your time showcasing happiness. True happiness, not photoshopped happiness. True happiness. Kids, family. Show me the book that you're reading. Educate me on a Facebook Live. Give me resources. Give me tools. Give me answers to what I'm struggling with. See, he or she who gives the most value is going to be the most valuable. And that is why it is imperative. Very, very important. No matter what business line you are in, if you're trying to make money online, whatever you're posting on social media will be held against you in the court of closing. You can tell them, you can educate on how to make 6 and 7 figures. I like to do that privately. I don't want to do that on public because that's like me bragging. I don't even need to go down that rabbit hole. All I'm saying is be respectful to what you are doing because there is an impact. Here we are. It shows that you're taking life for granted. It's okay to show the lifestyle. I'm not against that. But also showcase how you are helping other individuals. That'll be more relatable. You know what I'm really, really, really proud about is that we sponsor 1,000 children every single month from all over the world. And our goal is 100,000 kids. That's what I brag about. That's my bragging point right there. What kind of impact are you doing? Yeah, good for you. You're making money. What does that mean to me? I'm not going to spend your money, right? So please, please, please make sure that you are not committing virtual suicide by just posting like things that you think, just making fun of people with jobs, just over broke. Let me tell you, I'm going to spend 2 minutes or a minute and a half that I have left. People with a just over broke, they have a guaranteed check. People in network marketing who most of the time are making fun of people with jobs, 85% don't make a dime. Now we're changing the script here, but as a nation of network marketers, 85% don't make a dime. And the 15% who make money are barely making enough, actually 13 out of the 15, are barely making enough to cover their auto ships and a little bit more. And then you have the 2%. If you're making $50,000 a year, you're part of the 2%. Now, I love network marketing, and I'm forever going to be a professional network marketer, no matter what I'm training, coaching, corporate or not. But what I will tell you is this. I set up the right expectations. Don't spend your money until you make sure that you understand how to get it back. I work with people based on who they are, their lifestyle, and the money they need to make with extraordinary, realistic expectations. Yes, we can make a whole lot of money, but we also got to do it the right way. I appreciate you and I thank you sticking with me, and I hope my message was clear for you today. Now, here's what I will tell you. Tomorrow, let me see what I got for you tomorrow. Oh, wow. Tomorrow, we're going to see how we follow up with an unresponsive prospect. That person who just ditches us, not respond to us, not answer us. We're going to cover that. But do me a favor, in the comment itself, let me know what was your biggest, best takeaway from today's notes. And I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you tomorrow. I appreciate it and I thank each and every one of you. And until tomorrow, peace out, everybody.